November 10th of 2025. 4:45 o'clock p.m. Sun's already been down for a while. It's fucking depressing. But anyhow, so I was looking at something. I had been wanting to look into Trump's dad because I had heard that Trump had started out with a couple $100 million, and I think it was maybe in like that day's money, not current day. But yeah, I was looking into it, and so apparently, I guess for Trump to be hating immigrants so much, it's pretty crazy because apparently his grandparents came here from Germany. His grandparents. So he's only a second generation American himself, and he's over here just shipping people off. But yeah, that's pretty fucked up, man. I mean, think about it. They are from Germany. They're German. I guess during World War II, though, his old man was lying about it, saying that they were Swiss because of all the hate towards Germans at the time. Which, I mean, fuck, I can't. That's like the only thing, as scummy as this motherfucker was, is about the only thing I can't say that's fucked up. Because you know what? I probably done the same shit, honestly. As far as that goes. The rest of it, though, no. This dude's a fucking... He was a rat bastard, man. And he had lots and lots of money. I don't remember all the exact specific details here, so don't quote me on it. There's information out there to be found on it. But yeah, his old man, I guess he said that, like, he was evading huge tax payments, whereas, like, at the time when he was giving family gifts, he did it through some loophole with shell companies or something, and it ended up the 55% not inheritance tax, but family gift tax. There was a 55% tax on that shit. So through some loopholes he found, he managed to just do all that without having to pay hardly anything in taxes on it, of course. And I mean, fuck, that's the least I expect from these guys. But these specific details, I don't know. I don't know if this is just saying that basically this is how much money he would have been would have had at the time, I guess. I don't know. But the video was saying that Trump, when he was like 2 or 3, he was already, like, because of the stuff his dad had set up for him to pass on generational wealth. Because I want to say his dad was first generation rich folk. You know, I'm willing to bet fucking anything that he was a Bilderberg back in the day. Oh, I forgot to just refill that coffee. It's kind of hot. I believe his family didn't come from. They didn't have a whole, not a family of means, kind of like our families, And through real estate and other things, he made a lot of money. But I guess he was particularly racist. And his apartment buildings, he basically was. I mean, I don't know the details on this, but basically it said they had to displace a lot of people as he bought up areas to build his own housing and apartment buildings and so forth. He was making like single family homes, I think, early on maybe, or that's maybe was one of the earlier things he was doing. But yeah, he basically made it a practice to basically. It seems like a lot from what they said, that a lot of the people that were displaced, whether that means paid, what the property's worth, paid them way less, or just forced them out. But it was a lot of minorities that were kicked out, especially black people. He just kind of bought up areas they lived in and just somehow or another removed them, and then would not rent to or sell to mostly black people. I mean, he wouldn't sell it mostly. I mean, there's probably other races I'm sure he didn't sell to as well. But they even would write a C on the application for colored. Like, that's fucked up, dude. But you can see where Trump's racism comes from right there. Fuck, dude. That's why he is the way he is. And I find this interesting, man, to go looking back and seeing, like, I've only known of Donald Trump. I mean, I've never followed the guy on shit, on anything. Never kept up with any news about him from back in the day. you know, in the 80s, 90s, and so forth, I knew the name and knew, you know, probably not my type of dude because of how much money he had. It just typically makes him not my kind of people. But, I don't know. It's just... it's crazy. But basically, you know, his dad taught him the business of, you know, fucking over other people for huge profits. And how to go about doing it and the legal loopholes and so forth. But yeah, it's funny because like not knowing really much about Trump, I swear when like he first ran the first time in 2016, I swear that people that it's weird because people I've known for years, they had no interest in politics at all. And once they heard Trump was running, it was like all of a sudden they were like political science fucking, you know, had a doctorate in this shit, you know. No, I mean, they had like a PhD or some shit, whatever, an MD. No, that's a medical doctor. PhD, I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. A master's degree in some fucking political science and shit. Like they just, you know, if I needed any political advice, I could just go to them because they had all the answers all of a sudden. But I'm like, I you know, and one of the things that I swear I remember hearing was that he was a self-made man. I never thought much about it, never really gave a shit personally. It didn't matter to me one way or the other. I still didn't like the fucking guy. And but I just remember hearing it. I swear I did. But yeah, he self-made my fucking ass. They were saying that like by like 3 years old, because of what his dad had set up, he was already making about $200,000 a year at 3 years old. And by 8 years old, he was a millionaire already because of all the trust funds and so forth, or whatever it was that his old man set up for him. Which, yeah, it's easy to be a self-made man when you're a millionaire by 8 years fucking old, dude. I could do something with myself too. Give me $1 million right now, I bet I can at least do something fucking with it. Other than just blowing it all. Shit, $1 million ain't worth shit today. No, they were giving inflated, some of the values they're giving, not all of them I don't think, but some of them were like in today's money, so that might be like a today's money kind of thing too. But still, that's, you know, that's where he got his fucking money from. I think they said that when his old man kicked off in '99, they said that he had sold his dad's, what's it called, for like his estate or I don't know, some fucking businesses. Ended up selling something for like $750 million. And I think he said the sale was maybe in 2004, early 2000s, somewhere late 90s, early 2000s. And, you know, he just made almost $1 billion just off what his dad did, which, you know, it's like, hey, cool that you're able to become super rich, but not if you gotta fucking step all over people. But how does anybody become a billionaire without stepping all over people? But it seems like in this day and age, it's almost like people just assume that the only way you could get there is by being a piece of shit to people. Of course, not to everybody. You got to have your people who you're rubbing elbows with and people that you're, you know, your other Bilderberg buddies and shit. But, you know, hell, they don't even like each other either. I have no idea what this car is doing across this fucking street here because they are, I don't know, but I'm just going to fucking go because they don't have a chance yet because I got blockers on the other side of the road. Okay, I was like, I don't know if to turn left or what. They started pulling out into the road a little ways, angled left with no turn signal, and then they backed up, still angled left, and I'm like, no turn signal. Thankfully, somebody's pulling up, making left in front of him with no stop sign, and another car coming he'd have to wait for. So I said, if I got blockers, I'll go. This dude's like in the fucking, like laying down in the road next to his car. Jeez, glad I could see that. See, when I see people in the road, I always get all the way over. If I can, if there's somebody coming, I'll like almost hug the curb on the other side. Unless I gotta go around a car on that side, you know, then I just go extra slow. But man, I always, people like look at me like I'm crazy. Because when I'm going through like a neighborhood, like, I don't even speed in neighborhoods. The only time I go a little bit faster is on main roads when there's a, you know, ability to go without being an asshole to anybody. And then when you catch up to traffic, next clump, all right, well, just hang back and fucking wait it out. But yeah, when I see people on the road like that, he's like laying down in the snow, looking like he's all right because he's on his one knee trying to look for something under the car there. But like, just move all the way over the other side of the road and slow down extra slow. It's like when people are working on the road, man, like you don't believe how many people come flying past us in like a narrow road already. And the only place for us to park, I try not to park across the street from another car parked on the other side, because then it just narrows them roads down so fucking tight. And that's the kind you gotta put your mirrors in on. But I always try to offset myself and like give, reasonable room without blocking driveways to where people can kind of go, and cars can get through going opposite directions and so forth. But sometimes there ain't nowhere else to fucking park, and you have to park with another vehicle on the other side. And we'll be sitting there. I'm sorry, let me rephrase it. That does happen, yes. But say we're parked on a narrow road like that, you got exactly enough room for a car to fit through there if all the doors are all closed on the two cars. And there's room on the other side for just that one car. And people just come flying fucking past us on roads, man. We're like getting shit out of the cabinets. And like I try to like lean in. Most of the time I don't even fucking bother, man. I just stand in the back of the truck until I know that until they pass me, because I just don't trust these fucking dipshits out there, dude, because they'll come flying to like 40 mile an hour past me, like just barely missing us. See, big ass semi making a turn onto a small road, so what do? Pull up to the stop sign and block his way? No, I stop back like 8 to 10 car lengths before I get to the stop sign and let him have enough room to make that turn. Shit, and this semi's just coming the fuck on out here, dude. Oh, come on, dude, hit it. Come on. Come on, man. Oh, my good lord, dude. So you're for letting the guy go. He's already blocking one fucking direction. I know your ass is going in the turn lane, so I'm gonna go in the straight line here. So, anyhow, that's just kind of fucked up, man. Self-made my ass, and yeah. I also was seeing, because I don't know too much about Bush Sr., because I was born in 81, so I mean, I was, like 9, 10, right about 9, 10 when he was in office, took office. It just seemed like, I don't know, just a scummy motherfucker, man. But all them super rich and all the presidents, I always wonder why all the presidents seemed kind of scummy when I was younger, and then I learned about the Bilderbergs. I'm like, oh, that's why, because they are. They're all fucking just making shit tons of money off death and destruction and theft, whatever they can fucking get their hands on. It's like, dude, at what point? I mean, say you get to the point where they have literally every dollar, everything, everyone's just enslaved to do whatever they want them to do, and there's just nothing left to get. Then what? Like, at what point do you go, all right, cool, we got enough, man. If I had fucking hundreds of billions of dollars or $1 trillion, dude, I'd go enjoy the fuck out of life, man. Like, fuck that. If anything, I'd form a coalition just to make sure that nobody fucking formed a co-op like this shit and did this to begin with. I'll go with some other rich motherfuckers who, and try to do good shit for people. Try to go around making laws better for people, Oh, all this insane amounts. I mean, the government's probably stealing more fucking money every year than it's paying out. I mean, like, people within the government and so forth, with Social Security and whatever else. I mean, I'm willing to bet the government is stealing more money than it's legitimately paying out to whatever it is. I'm willing to bet. And when Trump's like, oh yeah, there's people that are supposedly there's 1 million people that are between 150 and 160 years old, or however fucking figures were. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Oh, they're stealing. Shocker. Oh, they just, when people die, they just kind of, that's why they take your fucking last check back, which is fucked up, man. They pay you a check, somebody dies, and the family, just hit, dude, a funeral is fucking expensive. Thank God my grandma and grandpa bought their plots, man, because, jeez, it was like 10 grand a fucking piece. My mom wanted to bury my aunt's ashes in my grandma's coffin, and it was going to cost like another almost $3,000 fucking dollars to put an urn in a casket that's already going in the fucking ground, that's already been dug out. putting in there as not like digging it back up and putting it in there. No, as it's getting put in the ground. Almost like $2,000 to $3,000 fucking dollars. Somewhere between $2,000 and $4,000 is how much that shit they want to charge for that. Like fuck it, and and you're gonna sit up on the shelf, man, because that's fucking insane, dude. They want to sell like over half a plot. Now maybe the plot wasn't, but with the casket and everything, dude, the funeral's like fucking $15,000-$20,000 fucking dollars, man. Between everything, the casket, renting it out, the building, for the wake, having them buried, filled in, and have a headstone, dude. You're looking at probably $15,000 to $20,000, dude. From start to finish, man. They just are trying to fuck everybody. It's like, dude, what the fuck, man? It feels like even the fucking funeral homes and the cemeteries have... Well, the funeral home, I'm not knocking the funeral home, though. Because there was a family friend. We know the guy for a long time. He's been around for a long time. He's been in the town that I was born and grew up in and spent, my whole shit all the way through high school. And even after that shit, in college, I even lived there before where we live now. We were in that same town. And, so, I mean, he's been around forever. I went to school, I think one of his grandkids probably. But he's been around forever. Really nice guy. Man, he's had to see a lot of people he's known for decades. That he's been, had to do the funeral for. I'm like, man, that's gotta be fucking rough, dude. It's one thing if you move somewhere where you don't know anybody. It's a bunch of strangers. I'm sure it's a little bit easier on you than seeing all these people that you've known for years. Just, and unfortunately, I'm sure there's times when people that he's known, when their kids pass away, and have to fucking deal with all that. Like, good God. So I'm not knocking the funeral home. Really like those guys. And he's passing it on to his son-in-law, grandson, somebody in the family he's passing it on to. And and they've been around forever. Since before I was born. And I think he used to run ambulance calls too, when like way back in the day. Jeez, man. So anyhow, getting off the topic here, but funeral, man. $15,000 to $20,000 from start to finish. It's fucking insane. You have to go into fucking debt like you're buying a car just to be able to bury somebody. That's why my aunt, we just, kind of out of nowhere, she didn't leave any wishes, so she was cremated, and even that was a few $1,000s, a couple, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, something, a few $1,000s at least. A lot cheaper. Fuck. Hey, man, I'm like, fuck, when I'm dead, fuck it. Do the cheapest thing possible. I don't give a fuck. Donate me to science. See if they can figure out what the fuck has been wrong with me all these years. And it's dark so early, but the nice thing is it's starting on, I didn't check the exact date, but like December 20th, 21st, 22nd, somewhere right in there, will be the winter solstice. And it will start getting, slowly but surely, it'll start getting longer day by day. And how, about an hour after dark, how, what's it called? Big Dipper's been sitting in the same exact spot every day for the last couple months. Like pretty much since the day started getting shorter, because that's about where it was at that time. And because it's getting shorter, it just seems to be in that same spot an hour after dark. It's just that an hour after dark keeps getting earlier and earlier, but it's just, the way the timing works out sometimes, it makes things look like they're kind of frozen for a few months, something like that. I've seen that with Jupiter and Saturn. Right before, it was in 2020, it was like probably late summer. It was in the summer for sure. Like right after sunset, directly down above our street, heading looking directly south there. You could see the two of them sitting there, like one's above the other at an angle like that. Saturn was kind of up and to the left. Jupiter's down to the right, and it was like right as the sun went down, as it was still light but getting darker, you could just start to make out Jupiter. It was always in the same spot. You could just always, eventually you just kind of see a little faint little dot, and then as it gets dark out, it's brighter. But by that time you could just see Jupiter, and then it took a little bit longer, but then you could just finally start to make out Saturn while it's still a little bit light out. And it was like every day, right as the sun set and was, just getting, cutting out enough light, but still light out, but just cutting out enough to where you could finally start to see the two. Same spot every day for a few months. And then it ended up passing it by December 21st that year around the winter solstice. So anyways, yeah. But yeah, so people would tell me back in the day, they're like, well, dude, Trump's a billionaire. He's his own billionaire. He's his own man. He don't have, maybe that's where that self-made shit came from. Maybe they're saying maybe from so many people saying, he's his own man because he's got his own money, so he doesn't need to take that out. I'm like, you think he's not fucking taking donations from people? You think corporations aren't funneling money into him, whoever wants him to win and or thinks he's gonna win? Because these corporations and shit too, they don't. Well, I mean, they already fucking know who's gonna win, but it's like I'm sure they have reasons for backing both sides because they probably get a bunch of that money back because they're making political contributions, some tax write-off bullshit. But why not? They're philanthropy. They get almost all the money they donate back anyway. So why would this be any different? But at least back in the day, before they had such a control on the government, corporations, back in like 40s, 50s, probably even before that, 30s, 20s, and media corporations giving money to fucking presidents back then. Because the Industrial Revolution, it was a revolution, all right, for the fucking rich people. Those motherfuckers end up making way more money after that. But, they'd be putting money into whatever it might not even be, I guarantee there were times corporations would have looked at a candidate and go, well, we don't like them, but we're pretty sure they're going to fucking win. Like, we got it, we're pretty positive they're going to fucking win it. However, they may or may not know that. Dump their money into them, so that way they can try to get what they can out of him. Even if they don't like the guy, even if they didn't want him to win. I mean, it's business sense. And in business, in this consumerist fucking market that we're in here, it's like, profit above anything and everything else, including the machine making the profit. Profit goes above the profit-making thing itself and goes above all of it, even if it means collapse for it. Profit. But, when you got trillions of dollars to play with, let a corporation go under. So what? Yeah, well, sorry, guys. Yeah, we'll come over there. We already got a new one. It's heading your way. It's been out in this other part of the country. We already had, so many years of having an established business. So now when we move somewhere, we get extra tax breaks because we're going out of state now. So our company's been around for 10, 15 years, but we only had a few of them in this one location. Now that we're leaving the state, guess what? We get to move for free, I'm fucking sure, man. How many times have you heard of business like when something comes around here, it's like, oh, they've been out in this part of the country, but now they're kind of branching out. What do you think that means, man? The Bilderbergs, they got their corporations. I'm sure there's a reason they're doing this. I don't know nothing about it. I'm just taking a guess at it. But knowing the Bilderbergs, like I do, after 21 years of fucking researching these bastards and trying to figure things out, I would be willing to bet there's a reason why. I mean, think of how many times you've heard a new restaurant, a new store, a new whatever. Oh yeah, they've had them out west. They're just kind of making them out here now. That probably means that the Bilderbergs own it. And there's got to be a reason why they keep them centrally located for a little while, and then all of a sudden they just go everywhere, Because it seems like once whatever it is comes to where I live around Chicago, it seems like that's when they go. They seem I don't know. I'm guessing maybe they don't go all over the place. Who the fucking knows? But maybe they don't expand out into every state right away. I'm sure there's got to be some reason that you hear that though. Oh, this business was out there, down there. Out east, and now it's coming this way. It's got to have something to do with it. And I'm willing to bet there's a reason why they wait. They have these companies already set up instead of just making a new company and putting it all over. Plus, they got to have a testing ground too and see if people even want what it is. But pretty soon, they don't have to do it no more. They can just shut down the corporations and save all that overhead because, once they get all our money from our housing, water bill, electric and gas bill, your car, the gas for your car, and if you're lucky, some food, and they got all your money, they don't give a fuck, dude, if you got a new TV. They don't care if you got fucking shit. They don't care if you got a roof over your head, man. That doesn't matter. If they can get up, well, I guess, as long as you're paying for the housing part of it, I guess. But, yeah, they could charge whatever they want, and that looks like what's happening. They're trying to get everybody to the point to where, and our tracking devices, we got to pay for fucking tracking devices, too. Don't forget that now. your monthly bill. It might cut off the features that you, but I guarantee the features that they have don't cut off. That was the old coffee. That was not that great. Jeez, car. Fucking blinding headlights. This car, 2 cars behind us, is shining through their car and lighting up the entirety of the inside of this car, as you can see on the camera. That's fucking insane, man. I felt like I lost the car all of a sudden behind me, but no, they're there. Dang, bro. I know it's a little bit of a sketchy spot, but people do like to just jump the fuck on over here, so we're just like kind of easing our lane, going through an underpass. We're just slightly narrow. But, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just fucked up that, it's fucked up, man. They're gonna end up having all of our money from very little. Oh, and our subscription services, of course. And, let me see. Yeah, so then they don't care. They don't need the corporations. They don't need to pay staff and have any extra overhead, storing shit, making shit, giving a fuck about looking, marketing. They won't need marketing. Only marketing they need is buy this house, buy this tracking device, pay for this subscription service. It's a new one. It's a new one, but you need it because we got our own shows on here. They're probably just fucking terrible. That's what pisses me off about watching fucking football, man. Dude, to watch from South America and Europe, you don't believe how many fucking streaming services you have to watch league matches, cup matches, and Champions League matches. And sometimes they're on the same shit, like Paramount has the Italian League, and they have the cup matches. Alright, well, they had the Brazil League on there. I liked it much better on that fucking app. And you can zoom the fucker in. Now I got fucking Fanatics, which is just like the most half-ass piece of shit fucking sports app I've ever seen, dude. It is such a worthless fucking app. But it's the only way in America to watch the Brazilian League. And then my favorite team out of all of them, guess what? Yeah, they play like one out of every 3 matches or so of theirs during the league. Only team. I think every other team plays every match. I think they air all of them, except for my favorite team in South America. Go fucking figure. So, yeah, paying for this app for that. It has come in handy a few other times watching other things too, but it's just like, dude, can we just make one app per sport and just get it over with? Fuck, dude. And then Fubo, I have all kinds of shit from Fubo, but some of their stuff's inconsistent because, like, you'll get league matches sometimes, but then it just stops sometimes. Italian League, you'll get a few matches here. Get a few matches here and there. I don't know. Anyways, the Brazil League, that shit pissed me off. So you have to have Fanatics for the league matches in Brazil. You have to have Amazon for the cup matches. And I've looked down there just to see where it's at. I can't even figure out how the fuck you even watch it on there to begin with. Because all it has is like old cup shit. And I even did like a free 7-day trial just to see if I could. No, I couldn't even find the fucking thing on there. And then, what is it? Their Champions League. You gotta have Fubo. Actually, you know what? Fanatics does have that. It does. I will say it does have the South American Champions League. But Fubo is also my cable now, and it's on there already, so I don't necessarily need Fanatics for that. But I just hope it goes to the fucking app soon because I'm tired of shit. The last 2 seasons, too, it's like you gotta wait till like 4 to 6 weeks into the season before you know for sure that it's even on there. Because last year, 24 season, it's like April. They already started. I'm like, it's not showing up Paramount. It still shows that they have it, and it shows all the old matches, but nothing new. Why? 4 or 5 weeks in, all of a sudden, okay, now it's on this app, Fanatics. Okay, fucking download and pay for this fucking app. And then this season, that's like, I don't know if they had a 1-year contract or what, but it was like 6 fucking weeks into the season before they even had it like agreed upon, so there was just nothing shown for that first 4 to 6 weeks. Now in Brazil, they have different states, like we have in America, like states, I guess. I don't know if they're exactly the same, but they have state tournaments before the season starts. That's like their preseason. So they finish in December. I think this year's gonna be like last week in November, and then by like mid-January they're already playing their state shit. And I know the Argentine League, I don't know if they just play a first half and a second half like Mexico's been doing since COVID. and they'll have like maybe 2 winners and maybe play like a one-off match or 2-leg match or something, and decide the winner. Maybe I don't know how they fucking do it. I don't have constant access to the Mexican League anymore, which sucks. So I don't really get to see it, but I don't get enough of it to try to keep up with it. And might be something like that, or maybe they have state tournaments in Argentina too. I don't know, but either way, that's how they do it. So those were on Fanatiz. The whole like 20 match fucking thing, I didn't realize it was that long. I learned of it last year, caught in the final. This year, I remember to look for it, but I was way later than I thought. I didn't think they started that fucking early. Starting January too. It's crazy. Yeah, we're home. So, almost out of time anyway, so. Anyhow, just food for thought. Just trying to figure out more about these motherfuckers that are literally running our lives and running us into the ground daily. We need to do something about it. We have to get together soon and work together and make something happen, or we're going to be fucked permanently. We're almost out of time, guys. We got to do something. So, anyhow, have a great week. It's Monday. Happy Veterans Day to anyone who served. Thank you for your service, and y'all have a great week.